What's up guys, Nikita here. Today let's talk about the first dates and where is a good place to take a girl after you got her phone number. There are lots of ideas out there. One idea is to take her to an expensive restaurant. That might be one of the worst ideas you can do. First of all, let's take a look at what the purpose is of a first date. First date is to find out if there's enough attraction between both of you in order for you to spend time each other going forward. If there's not, you skip out on the whole thing. But the first date is the place where you're going to find out if there's enough attraction between you two. So let's take a look at the bad places where you can take her. For example, one of the worst places is a movie theater. Why is a movie theater a bad idea? A couple of things. One, you're not looking at each other. Two, you're not talking. And three, you're awkwardly sitting there and watching a movie. There's no interaction. You can't communicate with each other. Another bad idea is an expensive restaurant. Again, you go there, you're nervous, she's nervous. She's probably not going to eat anything or very little. And it's also a little bit awkward because it's an expensive restaurant, so now she almost feels like she owes you something because you took her there. Not a very good place to be, wouldn't you say? And third place not to take somebody on a date is a remote area. Don't go hiking on the first date. You don't know each other. She doesn't know you, you don't know her. For all she knows, you could be some kind of a killer taking her outside into nature. Leave the hiking for consequent dates, but not the first one. The good news is that we can keep it simple and we can keep the first dates effective. Here's how we do it. We want a place where we can have fun. We want a place where we can communicate and we can lightly touch. One of the best places is something that you already know, and that's a coffee shop. Nothing beats that. It's cheap. You get to pay for 2 cups of coffee. That's about $7-8. You sit down, you're able to talk, you're able to touch hands, and you get to assess whether you like each other or not, if there's attraction between you two. Let's say you're in a city and you're getting off of work. You can also meet at a bar. That's another good place. Alternatively, you can also drink at the bar. But you don't have to. You can always order non-alcoholic beer if you don't drink. That's okay. But you have the same thing. You're able to talk over there as long as it's not too loud. That's a good place. Now, one place where a lot of guys miss out are arcades. I know we think that it's for kids, right? But realize that arcades were made for adults in the 60s and 70s, and it's just as much fun to go and play some games. Not every guy is going to take a girl to an arcade. But when you do, it's fun because you get to be competitive. You get to see how she is when she's competitive. And you also get to feel each other out. And there's excitement going on. So for example, you can go ahead and play some air hockey and you're being competitive about it. Or you can play skee ball or arcade basketball, but you're playing the same game. It's a two-player thing. If you're more of a real sport type of person, you can go ahead and go play some mini golf. That's another good idea because you're going through a challenge, through a puzzle. It's pretty cheap and there's 9 or 18 holes. You have some time to spend and talk to each other and feel each other out. The other option here is also to go ahead and go to a skating rink. Either a rollerblading park or you can take her to a real ice skating rink. It's fun because it gives you a chance to hold hands. The idea here is that first dates, they don't have to be boring. They don't have to be trite. And you don't have to do everything that other people do. You can do something different. You can go have fun. The way you optimize first dates are by having fun, seeing if both of you are attracted to each other, and that'll give you a sense of whether you want to take her out on the next date. That's it, folks. Those are some of the ideas that you can use today in order to take a girl out and both of you to have a memorable time.